Spendy XP.
It's been a long day, but here we are with another Mario Tennis Fever overview trailer, second one. And you know I have to check it out. It's sort of my thing. My first couple of YouTube videos were all about Mario Tennis, also Mario Party, but I was just enraged by aces. It really inspired me to make a YouTube video. Anyway, I just wanted to go over the video and see how it looks because I'm really in a state of distrust still. Nintendo has not regained that trust in me as a customer of theirs for years and years. There are certain games that I have to get. For me, I love Donkey Kong Country, and they announced Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it just looked like it couldn't fail, and it didn't. It really didn't. I loved it. It was like 9 out of 10. And then Kirby Air Riders, just a sequel to one of my favorite games ever, Kirby Air Ride. That was like a 10 out of 10 for me. I love that game. I'm still playing it. I used to feel that way with Mario Tennis games, and now I don't. Like the last ones that I really liked were the GameCube and Game Boy Advance ones, and ever since then it's just been lame. So Aces looked good. It looked good. Its base form was fine. It was Mario Tennis at the core, and it had those new characters, and you want to play as them. And then there wasn't much else, and it was just poor quality in many other ways. So, but let's just see how this new Mario Tennis looks. Hey, it's Editor Spendy, and I just wanted to be clear, we're not watching the whole thing together. We're just going over the parts that I commented on.
Making their grand slamming debut are Fever
Okay,
Racket.
there's this new cutscene to introduce the rackets, and like that looks great. But Daisy, what happened to your face? Her mouth and nose are like squished together. What the heck? Immediately, we're seeing like these new rackets. This new fire racket. What's this? A tornado one, I guess. Edie's got this blue one. I'm guessing it did this to the field, make it all slippery or something. That's looking cool. And then right after, they're showing off one of the new bosses, and it actually looks pretty good. Like, I'm not seeing anything wrong here, which is probably exactly what happened with Aces. Like, everything looked fine, and then you play the game and you're like, oh, this is wrong. But like, who knows if they got it wrong until you play it, right? Gotta wait for some reviews once it's out.
Freeze the court with the ice
Yeah,
racket.
there it is. The ice racket.
Or make enemies appear with the pokey racket.
Oh,
Trip up your opponents to get the advantage.
that's not a bad idea.
Make opponents see double with the shadow racket.
Oh, the shadow racket. Okay, immediately I'm having thoughts on this guy. So the shadow double, it actually looks like it would be a CPU controlled shadow. Like, it didn't mirror what the player was doing. It didn't like copy what they were doing or do like a reverse of what they were doing. So now this is interesting if it is CPU controlled, because if it's not good enough, then it feels bad for you because it's not worth it. Like, it's not helping you. But if it's too good, then the opponent would feel like, okay, I can never get the ball past the shadow. I need to always direct it towards the player character and hope that they screw up. Every good mechanic in a game that's competitive, would have some sort of a weakness to it as well that you could attack and actually have a chance of fighting back. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay, the Golden Dash racket. Let's just take a look at this thing.
Or get a speed boost with the golden dash racket. Power yourself up with a
Like,
total of
he was
30
way
fever
outside of the
rackets.
court a couple of those times. Like, he's just way, way, way outside. It doesn't really matter because he's able to return the ball even if it's hit the complete opposite direction. Like, look, he's just gonna slide to it no matter what. It looked like he was kind of forced to keep using it, to keep returning it, and that it wasn't very offensive or defensive. Like, when it runs out, what if you're way off the court and they've just been returning it this whole time? Like, how does that work? Like, of course you're using it defensively to save the ball no matter where it is, but where does that put you? And is it on a timer? So if you return the ball and it launches you way off the court and then it runs out, they just return it like they always have been. In this video, she just kept returning it like he never successfully got it past her. So that's a concern.
If a fever shot is heading your way, don't panic. Send it back before it hits the ground, and you'll return the shot and its effect right back at your
Oh,
opponent.
wow. Okay.
So keep your guard and your racket up until it lands.
That sounds really good, actually. I like that.
You'll lose HP if you take damage from a fever shot. Lose all of it, and you'll enter KO status and need time to recover. So be careful.
See, now that's actually pretty cool. So now the match has gone from 2v2 to 2v1, and that's interesting because why would you ever choose to do that in a game mode normally unless the one player could have a chance of fighting back? And this would be quite a disadvantageous state to be in, and it would be interesting to see how the game is balanced and how you could manage to survive a scenario like that. That actually sounds kind of exciting to me, like, oh, my partner just got knocked out and now I have to really struggle to keep it together for this point. On the bad end of things, it might just become something that, no, you can never win. So we've knocked them out, it's an easy point for us. And that would be a bit sad if the single player who's alone actually had a chance to put up a fight somehow. That would be super cool. But I'm not sure how that would work. We'll have to see.
In a doubles match, both players can hit a fever shot at the same time.
Whoa! That's crazy.
When the moment comes, unleash this explosive shot to devastate opponents. Newcomers include Goomba, Nabbit, and Baby Waluigi.
Okay, so this is what it's all about. This one is like extra interesting. Baby Waluigi is announced and released in a Mario Tennis game, and so was Waluigi in the first place on Nintendo 64. That is the history of the character, so that is super fitting. And if this game sucks, it's gonna make me so sad that he was released in a game that was bad. So they really can't screw this one up. Like, Nintendo, please just do a good job with this one. So yeah, they better do Baby Waluigi justice. This is crazy.
Mix and match them with the fever rackets to find your favorite combo.
Okay, there's a bunch of rackets right there.
Enjoy swap between newly added defensive actions and increased offensive moves on the court.
It's still bizarre seeing the new DK in different games.
In addition, swing mode lets you gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more intuitive experience.
Please gently swing the Joy-Con.
Use fever shot.
Don't throw it through your TV, please.
Swing ring shot. Feed piranha plants with tennis balls to make the court bigger in a forest court match.
This actually looks pretty good to me. Like, you're able to feed piranha plants, get more of the court, and then the game, I guess, would be more and more difficult or easy depending on the court you're building against your opponent. You would really have to make them work for it. You could just stand in a central position and just hit the ball into the corners and just watch them suffer until you eventually get the point. I'm assuming that would be the strategy. I kind of like this idea.
Trigger a variety of flashy effects.
Oh, nice.
In a pinball match.
Waluigi pinball, dude.
Hit the ball on the lit floor and grab fever rackets that appear in a racket factory match.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Dive into
Supporting their own new system.
With all sorts of strange rallies in a Wonder Court match.
And this is another new system from another game.
The unexpected and
They're
these
using it
unusual takes
effectively,
on traditional
it looks like.
tennis. Finally, get a grip on the fundamentals in adventure mode. Even if you're new to the series, you'll learn the different shot types, complete challenges, and take on bosses blocking your way.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All while improving your skills.
Mario 3D Land boss? Or 3D World boss, my bad. So let's just talk a little bit about the adventure mode. In the original Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, you played this tennis story with human players, and it was novel, and it was actually awesome. And you worked your way through the tournaments and got a chance to play against Mario at the end. And they've never returned to that. Nintendo is just scared, I guess, out of their mind to do something like that again. So we're stuck with the traditional Nintendo characters, and I forget exactly what they said in the first trailer, but it might be something like the Mario Bros got young again, have to relearn their tennis skills by playing through this adventure mode, which could be really good or bad. In Aces, it was terrible. It was so bad. They tried, but it was really unpolished and it was obvious to see. There was a leveling system in the Aces story and it was pointless, and a lot of the overworld geometry and stuff just was off and looked bad. So I think that game might have been rushed. But this adventure mode, it does look more polished. I'm excited to see what people have to say. Okay, this actually looks promising because you can see Baby Mario and Baby Luigi in a couple of these games playing together. Now, that makes me think, co-op? Can I play with somebody? That would be amazing. If they made it simple, just anytime you want, you can just activate player 2 and then they're playing with you in the adventure mode. That would be so much fun. But if it's just a CPU, that would be like a hard pass. It's just a fail for Nintendo if they did that. Why wouldn't you let anybody just join in the fun and start playing with you if you have the design of the game based around 2 people for many of these levels? And the boss fights, it looks like they have some good design to them. And if you're playing with 2 players, that'd be amazing. You could really work together and feel good about taking down these bosses. I really hope that's what it is. If this is just you and a CPU, oh my gosh, no, that'd be so bad. That'd be terrible. And all because it would be a missed opportunity, a huge missed opportunity. We love our couch co-op. There's a couple of AAA games out there in the past few years that people are loving for co-op. Nintendo's got to get on board and include it in most of their games. I, for one, would love to see a Zelda game that's fully playable with 1 player, and then also fully integrated for 2. I think it would be amazing to have drop in and out co-op on a Zelda game. That'd be so much fun.
And if one person has the game, they can share the tennis fun via Game Share.
Okay, I love this. This is great. Loved it on Nintendo DS when they did that. And it's just that we're not really living in a culture where people are just packing their Nintendo Switch all day, so it's not as simple as it used to be. I feel like I would bump into people with their Nintendo DS all the time, and you could download play Mario Kart or something. But this is a great idea, and you can just have your friends over and they could bring their Switches, and then you're just playing the game. That is such a nice feature to put in, even if it's more bare bones. You're not going to be downloading the whole stinking game to your console. It would probably just be a smaller package, but I think it's a great way for people to be able to join in the fun, dip their toes in the game. Maybe they want to buy it now. And I mean, if you are at your house, like, why wouldn't you just be all playing it together on the main screen? But sometimes it's not like that. Maybe you're meeting up somewhere else. Maybe you're at somebody's place and you don't have access to that TV at the moment. So it's a great feature to put in any game, really. Oh, Luma, nice. Oh, Diddy, yes, I want to see more Diddy.
The Mario Tennis Fever game is compatible with amiibo figures for the characters shown here. Tap an amiibo to use a tennis ball with the design based on the character.
That's gonna be it, isn't it? Just the tennis ball. You know, there's not a ton left for me to say. I mean, the amiibo thing, hopefully there's some more features with the amiibo because, dude, like, they cost so much now, and to get some more mileage out of your old ones would be nice. A simple ball skin is kind of... Ball skin? No! Simple skin for your ball. That's it? That's kind of crazy. But if that's all they can give us, I'm not going to be, like, surprised. Nintendo's been Nintendo the past few years. If that means anything to any of you. But you know what I will say is the music in the trailer, it sounds like Mario Tennis music, which is good on one hand, but on the other, it sounds like a cheap knockoff of what the guys at Camelot used to do when they were around. Camelot being the company that developed a lot of the original Mario sports games, and they just had some magic about them. It sounded so unique and new and interesting, and there still is a little bit of that here. They definitely left an imprint that never went away. It just doesn't sound as good, and I think it's okay to say that. Like, if you go back and listen to those old soundtracks, there are tracks in there that are just iconic. Why don't they just do some remixes on the old Mario Tennis and Golf tracks? Holy. I think the last time I heard a remix for those games was in Smash Brothers, and it was like a medley. Anyway, what do you think about this game? Are you going to pick it up just so you can play as Baby Waluigi? I mean, that's almost enough of a reason for me, but I'm hanging onto my shekels pretty tightly these days, my doubloons. I am not letting them go easily. I'm sure the past holiday season's poor sales is a sign of that for many, so I'm definitely going to be waiting to see what people have to say, see the reviews, make a choice from there. Even if a game is notable, it's not quite enough for me to just want to go buy it immediately. I'll still wait for that sale, which Nintendo doesn't really do. They have a couple of little sales, but it's not quite enough. It's only when a game is remarkable and truly exceeds people's expectations and surprises them that I would go and just pick it up right away. Unless I've already made that decision myself and determined, okay, this game it has to be good. How could it be bad? If it's bad, I'm going to be crying for 1,000 years. And I've taken my lumps there. I've definitely bought a few of those that, how could it possibly fail? And then it does fail. So I'm kind of tired of doing that. So I'm not going to do that here. But what do you think? Are you going to buy this game? Are you going to pick it up right away? Are you so into Mario Tennis that you can't wait to see how the game is for yourself? Did you see anything interesting in the trailer that maybe I missed? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe if you want to, I guess. This is my secondary channel. I'll do my streaming here, keep it off the main channel. And if you are part of that small group of my subscribers on this channel, or just somebody who randomly stumbled upon this video today, I honestly hope you have a really good rest of your day. And I'm just appreciative that anybody would watch my dumb videos at all. And hopefully I see you in the next one.